Hello. So it is getting later and later. It's 10 o'clock now as I'm leaving from my hostel. As I said, it's a bit late for me, missing 3 hours of cool early morning weather. But when the sun comes out in Padang, you can't waste it. You never know when you're going to see it again. So here I go. I'm heading south out of the city. Just want to ride along the coast, see what there is to see. And to get there, I have to pass by some of the landmarks that I've already visited a few times. Get across the bridge over the river. The bridge is right here, just a short distance from my hostel. Got to do a bunch of U-turns here, get across the bridge, and then follow the small road up and over the park. And then continue from there past the Sweetwater Beach, and then past the big port, Teluk Bayur, I think it's called. And then once I'm past the port, then I'll be in new territory. And I'll be on the main highway for a little while, and then I should be able to get off the main highway onto some smaller roads. We'll see how that goes. And that's the bridge behind me. It'd be more convenient to do a quick U-turn, but I'm trying to be law-abiding, especially because there's a police station right there. So I'm just heading this direction a little ways, and then I'll turn around, head back to the bridge. So I'll do a U-turn out in the middle of the street. And here we go, across the bridge. I love it after a few days in a new city and you start to get to know the roads in your neighborhood. Just a lot of fun to ride around. You don't have to stop and check Google Maps every 100 meters. And it's always interesting that no matter how many times you go down one of these streets, you'll always see new things. Each trip is like a brand new trip. My neighborhood coffee place is over here, but I'm really eager to get on the road, so I think I'll pass it by this time. I love this curved access ramp. Access and exit ramp for the bridge. And there's a well-known, I guess, relatively fancy coffee shop along this road, about 13 kilometers away, called the Lighthouse. And I want to drop by Lighthouse, but I don't think it opens until noon. It's one of those sunset, I think almost everything here is a sunset viewing spot. So whenever I go in the morning, most things are closed. And they don't tend to open until the afternoon because they're catering to the sunset viewing crowd. I spotted that policeman coming up behind me in my rearview mirror. So I was trying to be very careful with my riding, so I don't do anything that he could pull me over for. Of course, the main reason he would pull me over is just to check up on me because I'm a foreigner. He doesn't need a reason to do it, but something I've noticed about officials in immigration offices, government offices, police officers, I always feel sorry for them because they've almost all badly outgrown their uniforms. And there's nothing there are a few things I dislike more than tight clothing. I like very loose fitting clothing. I don't care what it looks like. It can be like wearing a billowing tent, and I'm fine with it because it's comfortable. And I assume like tight fitting clothing looks better. I mean, fashionable people wear tight clothing, but it just drives me nuts. I can't stand the feeling. So I'm always wearing these really loose, billowy shirts that are 2 sizes too big at least. But all these police officers are wearing these thick brown khaki sorts of uniforms that are just sucked into their body, and they're usually like rolls of fat sticking through the fabric. And I assume the reason for this is that they got their uniforms when they started their job, when they were young and much slimmer, and now they put on tons of weight, but they're still wearing their old uniforms. And I assume for them to get new uniforms, they'd have to pay for it themselves. So they keep wearing their old uniforms they used to have when they were, you know, brand new on the force, and they're like 20, 30 pounds heavier since those days. So, but anyway, they always look so uncomfortable to me. Well, I'm making good time, that's for sure. The other day when I did this trip, I stopped at like 4 or 5 places by the time I got here. This time I'm just riding, so moving a lot faster. I think Sweetwater Beach is right down there. And the hang gliding spot, one of them anyway, is just up here on the hill. Puncak Bukit Gado Gado, the hang gliding place. I'm keeping my eyes open for a gas station because I need gas. I think when I hit the main road, I should come across one. I thought I would pass one inside the city on my way out, but I didn't notice one. I've reached a spot where you can get a view of Sweetwater Beach. That's it down there. So I spent quite a lot of time there the other day, just walking along the beach. When you're down there on foot, walking from one end all the way to the other, it's a lot farther than it seems from up here and out in the hot sun. Yeah, that's a long walk. Most local people, they hire ATVs, 100,000 rupiah for 2 hours, and then they zoom up and down the open area on their ATVs. But yeah, there's a couple of islands out there. Beautiful tropical looking islands. They look like they have really nice beaches, white sandy beaches out there. On the shore here, it's more like a muddy flat, but it's firm enough for an ATV, which is kind of cool. So there it is, Sweetwater Beach. So this is the port up here. I'm just going down this road, and I'll be going through the very modern industrial port. And when I came through here the other day, I commented that I felt right at home because my hometown in Canada has a lot of petrochemical industry. So all of the gear that I see here is very familiar to me. Yeah, here we are, getting into the land of industry. Look at all these trucks. So I think they get a lot of container ships here carrying gas, things like that.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. When I came here last time, I thought I would end up being stopped by security at some point. But people looked at me with their security uniforms, but nobody actually came after me and stopped me. I thought maybe they wouldn't like the cameras. And when I came down onto this street, somehow I thought this would have been a restricted area and I wouldn't be allowed to go here. There was even a couple of gates that I'm going to pass through up ahead. And I thought normally they would have security, but all the gates were unattended. And like right up ahead here. I thought when I got here, I thought I was going to be turned back, but there's nobody here staffing the gate. As soon as I got here, I thought, okay, this is the Sumatra that I remember. This is normal Sumatra with all the trucks. There goes a truck with the Indonesian flag on it. And on the right up here, on the fence, you see some more red and white banners representing Indonesia's colors. More flags. Oh, ay, ay, ay. When you exit this area, it feels like there should be an eye wash station. Your eyes just get full of grit and dirt by the time you get out the other end. Okay, gotta stop here. I'm not quite sure where I turn. I think I have to go to the right. Yep, this is the way I go. I think. Yep. Still this is part of the West Sumatran Highway. So it is a main road. But this is all brand new territory on Planet Doug now. Never been here before. Interesting little sequence of shops because it's so near the shipping harbor. You see a lot of big hardware stores. Well, not big hardware stores, but stores selling ropes and chains and bigger items than you might need for a household. I've gone all the way around the port. Just wanted to stop here and get a little bit of a view of the ships out in the harbor, waiting their turn. And then the docks. Oh, they do have a bunch of fishing boats there. Oh, I never made it down. You couldn't really make it to the shore because you'd have to go through all of the secure gates. So I couldn't get down to those fishing boats, but they do have them here. Water's very shallow on this end. Look at that, the waves already breaking right there. So I guess the deep water is only on the other side there. Yeah, they'd have to be very careful coming in and out. Doesn't look like a real deep water port. But that's where I'm going, just following the shoreline. See where it goes. So I've been climbing a little bit. Temperature is nice and cool despite the sun being out, because the road is quite shaded, which is really nice. A bit high on the traffic volume for comfort. You run into sections with a lot of big trucks, everybody trying to pass everybody else, so you really have to keep your eyes on the road. And I'm going pretty slowly, so I tend to hug the left shoulder, keep an eye on everything coming up behind me, let them pass easily if I can. But you do end up spending so much of your energy and effort just watching the traffic and the road. You don't really take in the scenery as fully as you'd like. Yeah, the Padang Lighthouse restaurant or coffee shop, I thought was supposed to be right here. I haven't seen it though. But it's not even 11 o'clock, so it wouldn't be open yet even if it was here. But we shall see. There is, according to Google Maps, there is a small town up ahead that might have some interesting harbor areas. So I may get off this road for a bit, see if I can get down to the shore, check out some boats and things like that. Oh man, the traffic has been nuts with all these trucks. It's a very narrow road for this much truck traffic. Since I have the scooter, I was thinking about going south along the coast for a bit of a journey, as far as the city of Bengkulu and back, you know, just a ride along the ocean. But I don't know, I guess I'll think about that today as I ride along this short section and imagine doing this for like 1,000 kilometers. I don't know. Don't know if there's much point to doing that unless you really needed to get somewhere, or there was some sort of an amazing thing at the end of your journey. Well, I'm somewhere interesting. I think I might be at a harbor. Let's see. I might try to get off the scooter and walk around a little bit if I'm in an interesting place. Aye, aye, aye. Man, trucks come around these corners fast. Perfect. So that worked out well. I'm not even sure how much my scooter tank holds, but she put in 3 liters. And yeah, it just about filled it to the top. 3 liters. Somehow I thought it would hold more than that. Thank you. And I got 14,000 rupiah in change. So I paid 36 total. So 12,000 per liter. Okay, here's a, oh yeah. I didn't see this at all. Pelabuhan, it says on the gate there. And Pelabuhan is a harbor. And there were some men at the gate. If anybody was going to stop me, it would be them, but they didn't. Looked like he was selling all kinds of tickets there, one of the men, but I don't know what the tickets would be for. A fisheries processing plant on my left. I caught a glimpse of just a few fishing boats, so that's what I'm interested in checking out. And I think I found them. Oh, yeah. I've seen boats like this before, where they have big, like pontoons and structures going off to the side. And they mount, I think they mount lights on those. Yeah, oh yeah, you can see this boat is completely covered in really powerful lights, and that draws a certain type of fish to the surface, or squid perhaps. Yeah, look at these things. Yeah, gonna leave my scooter here for a little bit and then go for a walk, take a look around. Kopi susu.
Kopi susu.
Berapa harganya?
10.000.
Is it? 10.000.
Iya.
What kind of fish do they catch? Can I ask you something here?
Sorry. Ikan apa yang mereka tangkap? Oh, tuna.
Tuna?
Tuna, baby tuna.
Oh, baby tuna.
Yes.
All of them? This one? Tuna?
Yeah, baby tuna.
Oh.
Yeah, baby tuna.
Oh, interesting.
Terima kasih.
Thank you. Terima kasih.
This is a big tuna.
Big tuna? Oh, big tuna. So I have my kopi susu with a straw, hot coffee with a straw. I made my own bed in this case because the packages of cappuccino are pretty much 90% sugar. And then when he offered me the cream, like the sweetened condensed milk, I said yes to that as well. So it's like a double dose of sugar. And I asked I pointed at the ship, the boat that's right in front of me, the one with the big lights. So yeah, there's my coffee shop. And here's the boat with the huge lights all the way around the outside. And I asked him with Google Translate what kind of fish they catch. And he said baby tuna, which I don't know. I don't think that can mean what I think it means. I'm fairly certain it's not even legal to catch baby tuna. I think they have to be a certain size before you're even allowed to sort of harvest them. So maybe it's another type of fish that they just call baby tuna. But then he pointed to these boats over here and said that they catch full-size tuna. So those are tuna boats. But again, I don't know how they catch them with a line, with nets. I have no idea. Now it is recording. Two of us.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Left.
Left. No. Left. No.
Left?
Yes. On land.
Daring.
Daring.
I don't
Oh,
understand.
no. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
You channel?
It's Planet Doug.
Planet Dog.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, actually, I have to change my
I'm subscribed.
to go to here.
You channel.
Yeah, that's
Good.
it there.
Planet Dog.
Planet Dog.
Okay.
Thank you.
Planet
All
Dog.
right, thank you.
Planet Dog.
Yeah.
Planet Dog.
Okay.
Yeah, this is from Bukitingi.
Yeah.
Bukitingi.
It's
Yep. that's me.
okay. I'm subscribed. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, Tom.
What is your job? I have a question for you.
Apa pekerjaanmu?
Fishman.
Fisherman, do you own a boat?
Apakah kamu punya perahu?
Oh no.
No.
My boss.
Your boss.
My boss. He's my boss.
Oh, you own a boat.
Yeah.
He's your boss. Oh, okay.
Good content. But
Oh, yeah. Okay.
not expensive. Not.
Oh, I see. To go out
Yeah.
on the boat. But I am
Kancing di air ko.
not a fisherman.
Tu orang sedang bersahur kau tak masuk nak.
Tapi saya bukan nelayan.
I'm not a fisherman.
Just touring.
Yeah, just touring. Oh, I see. Just go out on the boat touring.
Island Pasumpahan. Island. Good island.
Mm-hmm. But it is expensive for only one person to go on a boat.
Tapi mahal hanya untuk satu orang naik perahu.
No.
There's only one person.
No expensive. No.
It's amazing how YouTube literate everyone here is. The men that I was just sitting with as I was having my coffee, they are fishermen. I hesitate to say for sure about anything because I always get everything wrong. You know, translation, I usually get everything wrong. But one guy said he worked for another man who was the owner of the boat. And the man in the white t-shirt there was the owner of the boat, so that was his boss. But of course they noticed my cameras and they say, oh, YouTuber. And then they started talking about how I can make good content. They actually use the English word content because he says I could go out on one of their boats. He says it's not expensive. I could go out on like an island hopping tour on their boat and I could get really good content. He kept saying that over and over again, you know, good content. So yeah, I mean, it's amazing. They know that vocabulary in English, all about the internet and YouTube. But here's the boat that really caught my eye. And as the guy said, it catches baby tuna, which I don't really believe. Well, I believe they catch a type of fish that they call baby tuna, but I can't imagine that it's actually baby tuna. Would you need a boat this size? It's not like there are I mean, I don't know anything about tuna, but I don't think there are schools of, you know, millions of baby tuna swimming around. It's not really how tuna work, I don't think. But anyway, whatever they catch, these are impressive boats. And you see them out on the water at night. They're night boats because they use the lights, and you can see them out on the water, brilliant patches of light out in the ocean. Amazing looking things. Yeah, this is exactly what I was looking for. Just a small fishing harbor. I love these places. I like to think about the lives of the men who live on them, because of course they would take advantage of the opportunity to sleep on the boats, right? They're not going to be spending their salaries on staying in a hotel, things like that. And their homes are probably far away. So yeah, their boats would be their work and home all at the same time. Yeah, small boat here, but they also has the lights. And maybe somewhere around here, one of these boats is offloading, and I'll be able to see some of the fish that they're catching. I'm not sure. Imagine the bank of batteries they have in there to power these. Or would they use a generator, I wonder? Oh, it looks like there's a whole fleet of these. Another one, DaVinci number 5. So somebody owns a fleet of Vickies, just like Forrest Gump. He owned a fleet of Jennies, right? He named every boat Jenny. Jenny number 1, Jenny number 2. Yeah, they would have to use a generator. You couldn't run these off batteries. They wouldn't last that long on batteries, would they? I couldn't imagine the number of batteries that you would need to power these things. And I always end up thinking about the maintenance for a boat like this. It would be never ending, constantly having to repair the engine and all the electrical systems, and then painting. You take one of these out into salt water. I mean, salt water just destroys everything it touches. So a boat like this, ship like this, you'd have to be fixing it and maintaining it constantly. Otherwise, you'd quickly lose control, I think. And I spotted this metal box at the back of this boat. And my first thought was that it was probably a bathroom. Probably has a hole on the bottom. And then I saw this this spot right here on this boat where they just have they just carved a square hole in the bottom of the boat, in the deck, and then they put a little wooden privacy railing around it, and then voila, you have a squat toilet right there. But I don't know about that metal box though. It might get pretty hot in the sun. Yeah, it just occurs to me that colors are very consistent when it comes to fishing harbors. So why would that be? Like all these boats, pretty much, the blue and the red. Yeah, some blue, white, and red. Well, white and red kind of makes sense. Colors of Indonesia. Blue for the ocean water. But unless there's a law, why would everybody paint their boats in the same colors? You'd think if they had a personal choice, I mean, there would be green boats and yellow boats and all different colors, but they pretty much all follow the same. Every fishing harbor you go to, the boats tend to be painted the same colors, which makes me think there must be a rule about that. Check this out. A boat graveyard. How would this happen? 4 similarly sized boats, all destroyed and floating in the same place. Well, more than 4. There's a whole bunch of them. It's almost like they would have one storm wiped all these out at the same time, or they just scuttled all of them and dragged them all here after they sank. No idea. That's what I do on Planet Doug. All I do is wander around and ask questions. I never have any answers to them, but yeah, this thing is still floating. Yeah, you can see the interior, fiberglass and foam. Looks like I have to find another way to get to the other boats walking along the dock here. It's barricaded, and buildings over there. So in order to get to these smaller boats, there's another dock over there. Looks like I have to ride around to get there. And get, as my fisherman friends say, more content. I think one of them, yeah, even said, "Oh, you are a content creator." And yeah, interesting that they know all that vocabulary. They probably brought foreigners out on their boats before. Well, as a somewhat amateurish content creator, I have to say that I'm pleased with this discovery. This is kind of what I was hoping to stumble across today. I don't know how much further I'm going to go on the scooter. I think there's a small road that cuts away from the main highway and goes out around that peninsula. And my idea was to head off in that direction, but we'll see whether I do or not. Now that I have gas to do it, 3 liters of pertalite. These boats are great. They always have their laundry hanging from lines, you know? Because I guess you're never at a loss for sunshine, for drying your wet clothes on a boat, at least. Okay, let's see if I can get over to the other side. Well, it should be easy, I think. I see like scooters are coming from this direction. The men there just now were asking me, you know, where are you going? Where are you going? But I think what they're mainly interested to find out is whether or not I'm interested in chartering a boat from them to go out to the islands. So the one guy finally said, you know, you go to Island? And I said, no, I don't think so. And he says, oh, okay. So then they lose interest in me. They wanted to establish whether I'm looking for a charter or not. So yeah, this is the other dock. Let me spin my main GoPro around. Show you where I'm driving. And as always, I'm always surprised at how many boats are sitting in the harbor. You know, sitting in the docks. They're quite expensive pieces of equipment to be sitting here doing nothing, you know. But perhaps a lot of them go out at night and they're night fishermen. A customs boat over here. 3 massive Yamaha engines on it. Customs needs to be faster than everybody else to catch them smuggling. So they always get the best boats. Customs and Coast Guard. There's some old-timer boats over there as well. And some of these boats, like this one sitting right in front of me, the white one, clearly has not been out to sea in a long time. Even the interior is completely torn up, full of old furniture. But it's still floating, so there it sits. Yeah, no activity though in terms of unloading their catch. No fish on display. And I still don't know how they would catch any fish. Like these ones all have the same lighting fixtures, as you can see. But once the light brings the fish to the surface of the ocean, well, how do they get them on the boat? I don't see any netting. I don't see any poles. I don't see any fishing apparatus at all. So I have no idea how they actually catch the fish. Okay, right here, okay, they got some lines. That's kind of what I thought. If they were fishing for tuna, they're probably doing it with like hook and line. And right there's a series of 7 or 8 coiled, like very thick fishing line with hooks. So that's probably how they catch them. They got those big bamboo poles on the roof, I see. So they probably use those as fishing poles. Yeah. And the only reason I know that is because I've watched the reality TV show about dolphin catchers off the coast of the United States, you know, in California. And they catch tuna with a rod and reel, you know, with a fishing line and a hook. So I guess that's how these boats do it as well. Which makes sense, because as I said, I can't see any netting. And somehow I don't see tuna being caught in a net. They're just way too fast and too powerful. But hey, don't listen to me when it comes to fishing. I don't know anything. So, there's another dock over there. And I don't think I can get there on this side. No. I have to backtrack from here. Maybe I can get there. Oh yeah, this looks to be a bit of a shipyard. All these boats are in dry dock, being repaired, being worked on. One thing I've noticed, you don't see a whole lot of overweight fishermen. They're generally pretty good shape physically. Yeah, like this guy that just, you know, he's got they all have a cigarette hanging out of their mouth, but not an ounce of fat on him. I wonder if this is where they get gas. So of course he's firing up a cigarette right beside the gas pump. I'm just guessing though. And I noticed this boat has a bunch of blue drums here. And I assume they're full of fresh water. They'd have to go out with fresh water and a lot of fuel. Oh, check that out. Didn't see that coming in. That's how you get the boats out of the water. You roll that beast in, the big harness. You put those slings underneath the boat, raise it up and roll it out. Yeah. And this last dock, from a distance, looked pretty official. Had the big police boat and the big vehicle ferries. I don't know if it'll be open to someone like me who just has random curiosity. Yeah, like there, that gate there says the police. So that could be reserved for police, and I see security at the gate. So I don't think that's for me. I think this is the last dock that I can go out onto. Yeah, there's police boats over there. Hello. Yeah, it always strikes me that the police, they have a good budget. I guess all of their money, the budget comes from taxes. But they have a lot of motorcycles, a lot of cars, a lot of big buildings, a lot of boats, big dock area reserved for the police. They've got money to spend. Security is big business. Hello.
Tidak boleh ngeblok sekitaran sini.
What is that?
Tidak boleh.
Oh, okay.
Tidak boleh.
Ah.
Karena lingkungan.
Oh, okay. Just get up. Okay. Good. I don't know what he said, but he's clearly telling me I'm not supposed to be here. So, with a smile and a gentle hand gesture, he was telling me, yeah, you shouldn't be here with your cameras, so you might want to move along. Yeah, and boats are always such romantic things, like that, just a skeleton of a boat lying there. Been there for years, decades, I'm sure. That's a funny thing with any men in uniforms. It's the one time you don't need any kind of translation. There's never any confusion about what they're telling you. They're just always telling you to go away. So you don't need Google Translate or an interpreter if you're ever dealing with the police or soldiers of any kind. Anybody in a uniform, you just know they're just telling you to leave. Be on your way and turn off your cameras. You don't need Google Translate to understand that. All right, that was the harbor. I have to see if I want to continue my journey further. I think I do. Ride on a little bit, we'll see how far I want to go. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm going to... Speed bump knocked my GoPro around. So yeah, I think I'm going to continue on for a little bit farther, maybe 16 kilometers total, because I do want to get off the main highway a little bit and see what the small road looks like. And I have to go 8 kilometers down the highway, and then I can get to a turnoff onto a smaller road. And then I can ride the smaller road down to the ocean And I think that will be the final destination for this little journey. So, back on the highway. So I found the turnoff, but so did every other truck in the world. I don't know. I thought I'd be turning off onto this tiny countryside paradise road, but apparently it goes somewhere of great attraction for trucks as well. Or maybe they're just stopping here for something to eat. No idea. Hello. How are you? Who knows? Yeah, maybe those are just popular places for truck drivers to get a snack. Maybe this is where my small road begins. Right at the... Oh, okay, this is turning out nice. This is sort of what I've been looking for. Right at the intersection, a young guy came up to me, kind of waved me down, and he ran over with his smartphone, and he tapped out a message for Google Translate that said in English, "There is a plan for the islands." So he also, you know, was just offering to set me up on some sort of an island hopping boat tour. And I'm vaguely interested in something like that, depending on what the boat ride was like and how much it cost, all these sorts of details. But I do find it's very difficult to get any kind of information out of people. Even the fishermen, I was sitting there drinking coffee with those guys, and they really were interested in taking me out on a boat tour where I would get lots of great content for YouTube, they said. And I mean, I wouldn't mind hearing more, but I would sort of need the guy to say more than there's island tours and that's it. I mean, if he actually managed to type out something like, there is a boat tour that is 6 hours long, goes to 3 islands, and costs 1.5 million rupiah for the day, including 1 lunch. Then I'd go, oh, okay, maybe, yeah, that's not, you know, I need more than just boat tour. I need to be enticed. I need to be wooed with some information. But yeah, it's very difficult to get that sort of information. All right, now we're talking. Beautiful road. No traffic. Nice jungle setting. Very nice. But that is a drum that I've been beating for probably the last 35 years of my life. A plea, I have 2 pleas. One plea is for hooks in the bathroom, And my other plea is for information of any kind as a poor foreigner overseas. I just need information. But information is often quite hard to come by. Oh man, this is so steep. Oh, gotta stop here. Wow, nice view. I'll capture that view with my chest-mounted GoPro, I hope. So look at all those boats down there. So one of those could be mine, I suppose, to take me out to some islands, but what islands, I don't know. Yeah, this road is so steep. I can't take this GoPro and turn it around because I can't let go of the brakes. I'll go zooming backwards before you can blink. Oh, there comes a truck. I'll let him go by me. Yeah, as always, I'm thinking about what it would be like had I tried to come out here on a bicycle. Coming up this steep road, that would be tough. Yeah, this truck had to drop down into first gear. I'll stay behind him just for a minute till we get to the very top. He might speed up and race away from me. There we go. Yeah, this small road that I'm on, if I remember right, it can cut to the right and go down to the ocean, and that's where I plan to go. Or you could continue on more to the left, and then it will continue for quite a bit farther. And I'm thinking that I could save, oh, here we are. There's a Y. Time for a map check. There's PL2U Teluk Siri up there on the brown sign. Kawasan Wisata Mande. So I think you can go in two different directions. And today I'm going to go to the right, I think. And then on another day, if I want to, I can come back and explore further to the left. Where I turn, and away we go. It's just a few kilometers in this direction. It's a bit of an opening in the trees to my right. Not sure the view will be there or not. Yeah, there it is. Nice. Oh, nice to get away from the trucks. Well, I think we've arrived at the harbor. Very similar to Teluk Bahur, modern port, it looks like. All these trucks. Big old smokestack up there, spewing out something. And then a big gate which clearly someone like me will not be getting through very easily, nor will I want to. Oh, it's a power plant. Ah, coal-fired power plant? Maybe all these trucks are carrying coal for the power plant. It's quite likely. So that's the end of the road. And on the way here, I already passed the glamour campground, the glamping place. Somewhere over here, I guess I'll be able to go down to the shore. I just wanted to go to the end of the road first before I turn around and work my way back. All right, I found the place that I was looking for, and there's actually a whole bunch of signs here. I noticed them when I was coming up. Right there. Welcome to, look at that, rest area, snorkeling area, restaurant, coffee shop, camping, paradise, swimming, and boat rental. All in English. So apparently, if you're looking for something water related, this is where you can find it. Welcome to Kupi Batigo, Abang Ngadek Beach, Kawasan Wisata Telbuo. So I've arrived somewhere. I don't know where, but here I am.
How long in Sumatra?
2 months.
2 months?
Yeah, 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I spent 1 month already. Bukitinggi and Padang. Now I have 1 more month.
Where do you live in Padang?
Just a small hostel in Padang. Wisma Rumah Kita.
Oh, Wisma Rumah Kita in here?
Yeah, well, Padang.
Oh, Padang.
Yeah, in Padang. So I rented this just so I can go around. Just exploring with my video camera.
Okay.
Yeah. So here we are. I don't, as always, I don't really know where I am. Like I know where I am on the map, but the name of the place, I didn't even know till I got here that it seems to be all one thing. So you could probably camp here if you wanted to. And then he was saying that there's some snorkeling here. Maybe they rent snorkeling gear. But then they have this nice little cafe right here. And so I'm getting an iced coffee and a vanilla shake. And here we are down at the water. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Not bad as a place to arrive. A little Instagram swing there. And I guess you could go walking. That's probably what I'll do after I have my cold drinks. I'll just go for a walk along the beach. Oh, the last time I went out for a day trip on the scooter, I came back and had dinner. And while I was having dinner, I could barely find enough time to eat because I spent so much time drinking. I was so dehydrated by the end of the day, so I'm trying to be a little more conscious of I should drink while I'm out. So I got a bottle of cold water. so I don't dehydrate myself quite as badly as I did on that day. Oh, this definitely caters to a foreign tourist crowd, because that is ice cold. I think they know, or he knows, the captain. He said his name is Captain. He knows what foreign tourists like. Tasty. Just a vanilla shake sort of thing. Nice, nice. If you had to end up somewhere, you could do worse. I mean, there's a view from my table. My iced coffee has already arrived. I kind of stirred it already a little bit, but it had really distinct layers from top to bottom. The coffee, the milk, but now I'm gonna stir it all up. And the captain was just here, and he was telling me, I asked him whether they have rooms here, and he said yes, they do. So you can stay here as well. And he says they have a campfire on the beach at night, and they go out like night fishing, he said. They take a boat out and go night fishing. So again, it feels very much like a place that was set up to cater to foreign tourists, you know. Everything here feels familiar to me. So let's give my iced coffee a try. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Nice coffee flavor. As long as the coffee flavor comes through, I'm happy. Well, let's just walk down to the water. See if we can stumble across. Stumbling apparently is the key word here. See if we can stumble across any sea creatures of any note. Of course, I get the impression again that I'm here at the wrong time of day, because I'm talking with Captain who runs this place, and he's got me all set up for tonight's campfire, night fishing, sunset, drinks on the beach, you know, all these things that happen in the afternoon, evening, you know. But he doesn't know he's talking to the ultimate morning person. By the time nighttime comes around, I'm done. I'm done with the world in general. But man, beautiful place here. Yeah, look at that. Sort of classic Palm Beach scenery, you know, with the mountains there in the background. And Padang is over there somewhere. It's only 30 kilometers away. And they have a food menu here as well. So you could, if you come out here in the afternoon, evening, you can have something to eat as well. No sea creatures yet. A lot of rocks, a lot of stones. I wonder if all of this is covered up by the water at high tide. Feels like it would be. There's some plants here poking through the rocks. Perhaps this is all underwater in the evening. Yeah, I'm sure the water comes all the way up to here sometimes. That looks like the upper water level. But I thought I'd see a whole bunch of crabs and things over here, but I haven't seen anything scuttling away yet. That's the small coffee shop area behind me. That's where I park my scooter. And then just down the shore, you've got a small community here. Bit of a skeleton of a boat. And then some small fishing boats pulled up on the shore here. I noticed on that hillside across the way, it looks like quite a large waterfall about midway up that hillside. If I can see it from this far away, it's got to be pretty large. A lot of water flowing over it, I think, a lot of white water. Yeah, I don't know how accessible it is, that waterfall. Looks like you'd have to climb pretty high to get there. There wouldn't be a road going up there, I wouldn't think. But I'm just gonna walk along the beach here, see what's going on. It's funny, I was walking along here and I saw some of the people that live here just kind of watching me, and I'm trying to stroll nonchalantly along the beach like I belong, you know, like I know what I'm doing. And I ran right into one of these ropes. It nearly cut me off right at the knees. I didn't even see it coming. So my nonchalant stroll was obviously put on and fake. Everyone knows that I don't belong now because I tripped over the rope. Something that always strikes me about palm trees is how loosely they are stuck into the ground. I mean, their root structure is immense. I mean, look at the size of that root. But they really don't have anything to dig down into except sand. And the sand gets cut out from under them, and yeah, over they go. Yeah, you really have to keep your eyes on these palm trees. I mean, they've got the coconuts up there waiting to knock your head off. And then down at the root structure, they're just itching to fall over at the same time. So they're like, the beaches are lined with these death traps, you know? Typhoon comes in and all these palm trees go over. You see so many of them flipped over by the storms. Yeah, a man just came by on a motorcycle there, and he handed me like a laminated sheet of all these islands that they have boats that go out onto these like boat trips. So he's curious whether I was interested. But again, I didn't really get, there's no real details on the brochure that he was showing me. It showed a few islands and a picture of a boat, but beyond that, there was no information about, you know, how much it would cost, or, you know, I guess you have to arrange all of that individually by yourself. When you would go and where you would go and how long you would go for and how much it would cost. It would all be a negotiation. I think that'd be a bit hard to come to an economical arrangement if you're just one person, you know. If you're a group of people, yeah, then you can set something like that up. But for me, you know, I don't feel a great urge to go out into the ocean to an island. I mean, look where I am right now. I'm perfectly happy right here. So I don't need to actually travel in a boat for 3 hours to go somewhere else, you know, to one of those islands, when I've already got this place right here. And I'm quite happy right here. There's my trusty steed waiting patiently for me. Yamaha Mio 125, back on the road. So I just had a nice chat with the captain again about this place. And yeah, he really wants me to come back in the evening for their other programs, whatever they might be. Boat trips and campfires and sunset tours, all that sort of thing. But I'm back on the road with all the trucks. Well, I'm back on the road, but I just passed by a little road that goes down to the water, and it looked like there's a really interesting boat skeleton there. So I might bump down this small access road here just to take a quick look at it. See what's down here. Well, I hope I haven't bitten off more than I can chew. Yeah, I don't think I can really go that far on the scooter unless I'm really determined. So yeah, I'm just gonna pop off for a second. Looks like they got a bunch of yeah, boats down here. Yeah, this is the one right here that I spotted. Like the rib cage of a chicken, kind of spread out. Just very scenic. It has a metal base and metal prow, and then all the ribs are all wood. That looks very cool. Looks like they're repairing another one of these big ships over there. Yeah, beautiful little beach right here, all those palm trees. Yeah, another boat just sort of abandoned over there. Guess it's like anything else, gets to a certain state of disrepair. It's not worth rebuilding, fixing it up anymore. You just abandon it. I'm on the small road leading back out to the main road now, and this is the spot where the road was so steep when I came up. I couldn't believe it, and I just stopped for a minute because it gives a nice view of that little harbor there in the small town. But to my eyes, you wouldn't believe how steep this looks. Again, I don't know if it comes across on the GoPro, but yeah. This is crazy steep. You can tell right here, the trucks have to hit the brakes so much, it actually lifts the tarmac up in a wave pattern because the brakes actually push down on the tarmac and raise it up as a wave. There must be a truck coming up and he wants to get around that corner, but it's so tight. So let me just pull over here to get out of the way. Let's watch this maneuver as it takes place. Yeah, and again, I'm guessing that all these trucks are carrying coal to the generating station. He's got a heavy load. That's probably not even first gear. That's going to be even lower than first gear. Just stopped to change a GoPro battery. And I've got another one of these Hino trucks coming up. In a super low gear. And there he goes, crawling up that slope. Every bit of engine power at his disposal. He needs it to get up there. Can you imagine if he chose the wrong line on that curve and getting stuck there? He'd probably be too nervous to put it into reverse and go backwards. You know, would his brakes even hold him? But I'm sure he's done this dozens of times in his career. Got two trucks up there waiting to take their turn to come down, but they knew another one was on its way up, so we're all waiting now for this guy to make his climb. Kind of funny when you think about it, because all that coal is being delivered there so they can burn it to create power, but it takes a lot of power to bring the coal to the generating station. Takes energy to make energy, apparently. Oh man, these two guys there, pretty sure they're volunteers. At least they're not being paid by the generating station or by the trucking company. They just volunteer themselves to direct traffic on this tight corner, and then they probably get paid a little bit of money from the truck drivers as they go past. There they go. So now, as I said, I better get out of here. Get out of their way as these trucks come down. Can you imagine if they lost control? You know, if their brakes burned out. I do not want to be in their way when they come down. Okay, I'm almost back at the main highway. And I have one more place where I want to stop before I end this day's small adventures. And on my way here, I passed a couple of places. They were called like Pisang Sale, which is, I don't know the exact translation, but it's like banana snacks. And one of them had a seating out front. And that's like catnip for me. Any place that offers seating, I'm all about that. So I'm gonna pop in there as I pass by, see what they have. At first, I saw a sign from quite a bit of a distance called Pisang something, and I thought, oh, if they have fried bananas, I'm definitely going to stop. But it turned out, I don't think they really have fried bananas per se, like not battered fried bananas, but they have like banana chips. All kinds of like different styles of banana chips. Anyway, I'm gonna pop in there, take a look around, pick out one of the banana snacks, maybe have a drink. So that's gonna be my last stop before I get back to Padang. And I've arrived already at Pisang Sale. There's the giant sign for the place. Pusat Ole Ole. I went to a similar place a long time ago. They also called it like Ole Ole. So yeah, there's the sign. Banana Saleh. I don't know what Saleh means. And then they have all these tables out here. And there's also Satay Ayam place right there. But as I said, when I first saw it, I was hoping there would be like fresh, you know, battered, fried bananas. But this is the kind of place it is. Snacks of all varieties, not just banana chips. Ooh. And what I want are actual banana chips. So I'm here at the Pisang Sale place. I'll show you the sign for it. That is it up there. It means like Pusat Ole Ole, I think means sort of like a gift center. It's designed sort of as a souvenir place. You're on the road, you're traveling and you're visiting friends, and you can stop here and pick up some snacks for your friends for when you arrive. I can see all those shelves behind me filled with all kinds of chips and snacks and things. So that's where I went. And this is the view outside. Hills across there, that's the busy road. And then they have all these really nice picnic tables out front, and you can get a drink of water as well here. And I've already been munching on them. These are my banana chips. Like almost everything in there. I couldn't tell what they were made of because the ingredients are all the same. Like I was looking at, okay, like this is all like on the top of the bag, and I was trying to figure out, okay, what is it made out of? But the labels on everything are identical, so I couldn't really tell. But when I got to this, I could tell that these were, of course, because of their shape, you know, obviously these are banana chips. So I've been enjoying these for a few minutes already. They're very crunchy. They're not the greatest thing I've ever had. A little bit too crunchy, maybe. But I can guarantee you that this bag is going to be empty very, very soon. So, yeah, I still like them. So, I will make my way through that bag pretty quickly. So, there you have it. The end of my day, I think. I've got like 25 kilometers to ride to get back to Padang. Pretty good day. Stopped for breakfast, had my favorite boober ayam at my neighborhood stall. Love that. And then I hopped on the road. Where did I go first? I guess the harbor area, right? Where all the baby tuna fishing boats and the tuna boats. That was really interesting. And then from there, I guess I rode here to the beach area. That was really nice. Cold coffee, vanilla shake, little stroll along the beach. I snapped a lot of photos with my phone, you know, of all the boats along the shore. That was really nice. And ending the day with a ride back to Padang and banana chips. Nothing wrong with a day like that. As always, thanks for coming along with me, keeping me company through my GoPro. And I'll see you in the next video.